In this video, we will evaluate the out-of-the-box checklist versus Checklist Pro in a side-by-side comparison on the incident form. Both checklists are displayed on the incident form. We've created a Checklist Pro configuration for incidents that will display our checklist when the incident state is new or in progress, and when the category is inquiry, help, and the subcategory is email. First, we'll have one of our non-rolled users create an incident indicating they're having email problems. Next, we'll have someone from the service desk open the ticket and categorize it as an email problem. Notice that the Checklist Pro detected this match to configuration and displays the appropriate checklist. The out-of-the-box checklist doesn't do that, so we'll have to manually create these checklist items. In many ways, the out-of-the-box checklists are like sticky notes. Anyone with ITIL role can add, remove, or modify anyone's checklist. This is also what sets Checklist Pro apart, as it has controls to prevent that from happening. Checklist Pro items are safe and controlled by the configuration defined by our Checklist Pro admin. Notice that we can see the checklist, but our edit conditions are not met, so we cannot update the checklist. We'll assign it to Beth, who is in the service desk. And notice now she can update the Checklist Pro checkboxes, but that she cannot modify the text of the checklist. She can, however, modify the text of the out-of-the-box checklist. In fact, she can continue to add, modify, or delete any of the items at any time. So can anyone else. Let's demonstrate by impersonating someone that this ticket is not assigned to and is not even in the service desk, but does have ITIL roles. We'll impersonate Fred. Notice that Fred cannot update the Checklist Pro items, but he can add, modify, or delete any of the out-of-the-box checklist items. Obviously, without any ability to automatically create checklists, and with no ability to control what happens to the checklist, you cannot be assured of any consistency with any of the out-of-the-box checklists. Lastly, notice that Checklist Pro allows you to define required checklist items with varying degrees of enforcement, whereas the out-of-the-box checklist had no such capabilities. If we attempt to close the incident without checking the required checklist, we will get an error letting us know that we must complete the required checklist item. After we complete this, notice that the incident can now be resolved and the Checklist Pro checklist per our configuration is no longer editable. Notice that the out-of-the-box checklist remains editable.